Hello, welcome to part 2 of a midweek doubleheader. My name is Cyrus Sotzes. I am your host. I can't thank Donald Haitzman enough, aka Awful Coaching, for joining the program. But the reason why I'm doing a two-parter today is because I jumped into that. Yo, what is up, Hamza Kassem? And on that note, let me fix my font here because my streaming platform likes to reset things routinely. There we go. What is up? One thing Alpha Coaching and I did not get to was the recent blockbuster news items dropping in the last 24 hours involving Joe Lacob and an email he sent to a fan that the whole world got to see. And then Steve Kerr answered a question on his weekly 95.7 The Game show pertaining to Will Richards' DNPs. It isn't just Seth Curry. It isn't just Jonathan Kaminga. It's also been Will Richard getting DNPs. Make that make sense. Nothing makes sense with this guy. Riz, what is up? Hello, everybody. So in part 2, we're not going to just talk about the chaos that's unfolding with your Golden State Warriors, but Steve Kerr also said something today that is very pertinent as the Golden State Warriors are back in business tomorrow in Phoenix. There is going to be a rotational decision. Not with the starting lineup, but a certain individual, his name was uttered, makes me think that Joe Lacob and Steve Kerr had a conversation. Let's break it down. Awful coaching. Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. I love it. But what I also realized very early on in having a show with him is he's not in the business of talking about front offices, rotational decisions, personnel. He's got his focus on one thing, and respect to him for that, because oftentimes that is the key to success, is not spreading yourself thin. I don't know what's going on with my lighting today. Forgive me for that. Maybe I should turn it down a little bit. Maybe that'll even things out. But yeah, I'm not. 1 minute I have like a sunburned face. Next minute I'm pale as a ghost. Forgive me. I don't know what's happening. Anyways, let's talk some more Golden State Warriors. In part 2, the Warriors owner Joe Lacob, he's pissed, rightfully so. And I know Lacob enables the nepotism that Awful Coaching despises, and I feel him on that. Love it. But he also, I see the sense and the logic behind a lot of what this owner tries to do. And I can understand his frustration. So let's talk about it. Awful Coaching, man. Respect. That dude is comedy. I love that. We'll bring him back on soon. Maybe the next time he makes a video on Kerr, we'll follow it up with an Awful Coaching hit. But for today, let's talk. Yeah, Steve Kerr is on the agenda because he's the shot caller. He's the one in charge. Joe Lacob is on the agenda. And a certain player on the team who has been getting some DNPs lately, and that may not last. Let's talk about it. We're powered by FanDuel, and the program is called the Golden Days. Let's go. Yeah, let's go, baby. Welcome to the program. My name is Cyrus Sauces, your host. You can follow me on Threads and Instagram @DogWild. Over on Twitter, my handle is @SurfJournalist. The program on both platforms @Golden Days Pod. Thanks again to Donald Haitzman. If you missed that, it's the show directly before ours, where he broke down how pretty much every NBA coach is a putz. I tried, folks. I tried to get one coach that he likes, and I couldn't get that out of him. I'm guessing he would have some college. I should have gone the college route, because something tells me if I'd asked him to name one good a college basketball coach, he would have come up with some names. But no NBA head coaches have earned the respect of Awful Coaching. Like, none. It's kind of, dude, that dude's hilarious. Oh my God. FanDuel again, our official sponsor. If you're curious to know what the line is, this is I love this part of having FanDuel as a sponsor. 45 minutes ago, when we did part 1 of this doubleheader, the line for the Warriors and the Suns was the Warriors favored by 1.5. In 35-40 minutes time, that line has changed. It is now Warriors minus 2.5. Has something happened newsworthy that I've missed? Is the news that a certain player has been DNP'd for 3 straight games coming back, changing things? Have the Suns revealed something on their injury report? I bring all this up largely because the Warriors were 1.5-point favorites about 35 minutes ago. Now they're 2.5-point favorites. The money line for the Phoenix Suns has gone from plus 110 to plus 118. The OU is 230.5. I don't know if that changed at all, but there is money coming in on this game, and it's leaning toward the Golden State Warriors. So I don't know. Let's look up the injury report real fast, just to see if something happened there that I missed, and if there's something that happened in the news cycle over the last hour that I've missed because I'm doing live programming. Maybe the chat can enlighten me, and maybe nothing happened. I have no clue. Riz is asking if I'd ever bring Athletic Alchemy. He's been on the show. He was a guest on my last show, and I don't know the exact reasons. The vibe I got is that he felt a little threatened. That his show. I don't know if it was a competitive thing. He just started making excuses left and right. Every time I text him after that to do a show, he'd one time he'd say, well, I just got this new sponsorship, so I'm busy for the next 3 months. So I was like, 3 months? Okay, whatever. So after like the third time I tried and he came up with some lame excuse, I moved on. It's look, if Athletic Alchemy ever wants to do a collaboration again, my door is open. It's up to him. If you watch his show as well and he has a live chat that you can engage with him on, bring it up. I'll do it happily. I have nothing against Alchemy, but again, it's balls in his court. If he doesn't want to do another show, that's on him. But I don't know if maybe he just didn't like when he was on the show that we had differing opinions. I did not think it was contentious at all. I thought it was a good show where him and I had some fun, but I digress. The injury report for tomorrow's Warriors-Suns game. Let's touch on that really quickly because I'm curious to see who's going to be active and who may or may not play for what is typically become a lengthy injury report. So for the Golden State Warriors, 2 players are listed as out for tomorrow's Warriors-Suns game. Al Horford is out, even though I could have swore Steve Kerr just said that Al Horford is going to be available. But he's listed as out on the injury report for the Suns game with that right sciatic nerve irritation. Old man injuries. When a dude pushing 40 has right sciatic nerve issues, there's only one thing that comes to mind, at least for me.
Oh, my neck, my back, my neck and my back. Oh.
Yeah, just old man injuries. So Al Horford is out for the Suns game. Anyone who says he's needed, I'm gonna laugh. Like Al Horford's the last thing this Warriors team needs. It is pure comedy. And then Pat Spencer is out for personal reasons. That's intriguing. Phoenix Suns, meanwhile, have not yet submitted their injury report. So I don't think Al Horford being out would affect the line. I don't know. Byron Scott's asking what I do a segment with Jim Park. I've always said if Jim invites me on a show, I will happily go on there. But otherwise, I don't know what. Gilbert Albalo is asking to bring Ski Profit back. This is a guest from like last summer. Ski Profit, I tried to bring him back, and he was. I think he's just a very busy dude. I did hear back from him a couple times, but I think he's sitting comfortably, winning a shitload of money gambling. I think, but I would love to. If Ski Profit wants to come back on, I'd love to get him back. But I after his appearance last year, it was just a lot of swings and misses in terms of trying to get him back. And again, the vibe was not like disrespect or that he had an issue. I think it was because he initially said he wanted to do it again. I think he's just dead busy, living in Vegas, winning money gambling, and the lifestyle that comes with it. So that would be my guess. And anyway, so yeah, the Golden State Warriors. So they're 2.5-point favorites in Phoenix. But more importantly, I want to first show this email, just in case you happen to miss it, just in case you don't stay on top of the news cycle much, and you come here to find out what's going on with your Golden State Warriors. This email, I think it originated on Reddit. I don't know if the person who sent the email and then got the response from Joe Lacob reveal their identity. Maybe someone in the chat knows something I don't. But Joe Lacob got an email, and my guess is it's from a season ticket holder. That would be my strong suspicion. I don't think we actually know that for a fact. But this anonymous person emailed Joe Lacob Can I zoom in on this? Hold on, let me see if I can. Hold on. What's going on here? No, I can't zoom. Okay, so apologies if you can't see this well. I'll read it to you out loud, and this will help out the podcast audience as well. So an email was sent to Joe Lacob. The subject header written as "Please read," and the email was sent on December 14th at 8:44 p.m. Oh, and there's a first name. Someone named Justin. Okay, whoever Justin is. All right. And the email writes, "Dear Joe, please do something about this team." Team is capitalized. I don't know why. What Steph needs to do every night to win? Drop 50 points. Team is need a real second option. Jimmy's tools are being underutilized because he is playing as a power forward due to the small position players. We have no true center. I am so frustrated. Thanks, Justin. And Joe Lacob replied from his iPhone. And I don't know what kpcb.com is. I want to look that up, actually. Kpcb.com. I'm curious to know what that is because there is a CC emailed. The domain is for sale. So maybe that just went, maybe that was just a flail, that second email that was sent. Because I don't know what, KPCB. Hold on, let me try that one more time. kpcb.com. Oh, Kleiner Perkins. What is this? Hold on. Just I want the folks to see what this website is. So Make History, Kleiner Perkins, putting video messages to work. What kind of company is this? It's like some marketing company. What is Kleiner Perkins? Why does Joe Lacob have an email address associated with them? Oh, here we go. About. For 5 decades, we've partnered with intrepid founders to build iconic companies that make history. Maybe this is Joe Lacob's original company where he started as a venture capitalist. Maybe that's what this is. Well, anyways, I digress. Let's go back to that email real quick. So Joe Lacob responded, and again, CC'd right there, jlacob at kpcb.com. Joe wrote, "You can't be as frustrated as me. I am working on it. It's complicated. Style of play, coaches' desires regarding players, league trends. Jimmy is not the problem. Joe," unquote. And below that, it said that the message was sent from his iPhone, meaning Joe Lacob checked the email on his phone and replied as such. Now, why did Joe Lacob feel the need to even respond? I think safe to say it's because he's and Devil in Limbo in the chat saying it's his VC firm. Okay, thank you for that. And Kev F and a couple others makes sense. So, and that's how Joe Lacob became a billionaire. I never knew what his VC company's name was. So there you go. Joe's not happy. Joe's a smart dude. Joe knows that if he replies to random people who email him, that could go public. All right, that's going through his head. Unless this was a drunk email, who knows? I don't know Joe personally. I don't know what his lifestyle is like, but I'm gonna assume, and I think it's a safe assumption, that Joe is aware if he sends an email to a random fan, that could very easily be disseminated to the masses. And that's exactly what happened here. Now, Kerr's initial reaction to this, let's play that first. And this was during a press conference yesterday following a practice. And I'll let you see the clip itself. If there's a better version of this, forgive me, but I'm going to play the Anthony Slater version, and I ask for forgiveness because when Slater posts something, usually the audio is not great. Hold on, I don't know what happened there. All right, here we go. So this is again courtesy of Anthony Slater's Twitter account, and he posted this clip of Steve Kerr responding to the Joe Lacob email. And so let's start there, and let's hear from Warriors head coach Steve Kerr, who was aware of the email thanks to the head of communications for the Warriors, Raymond Ritter. And here is Kerr.
Like I've had an email that, I don't know, leak, whatever you want to call it. Did you see it?
Yeah. Raymond told me the story. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
I'm not concerned about anything like that.
I mean, it did, I guess, express a sense of frustration with the current situation. I guess how are you feeling, not only, above you, below you, players, all that, just like the growing frustration at 13 and 14?
Well, we're all frustrated. Joe is frustrated. I'm frustrated. Steph and Dre, everybody's frustrated. And this is, kind of how the league works. And, I hate when people, are going to post private emails. Imagine if everyone's emails were just publicly posted, how tough that would be to live our lives. So Joe supports me 100%. I support him. We have a great connection, and we've had so much continuity here, and our stable environment in our organization is one of our strengths. And I didn't even know about it, but Raymond told me about it. It's not a big deal.
It is very much a big deal. That's funny. And side note, a slight out of touch comment from Steve Kerr talking about how if every email, like who's still emailing? I mean, I know it exists, but I don't think email is as prevalent as it used to be as a modus of digital communication. I pretend I didn't say any of that. What I'm trying to get at is, it's mostly text. It's mostly voice notes. And Steve Kerr is still thinking that everyone's just emailing, but it is a huge deal. It is a massive deal. I mean, I've never in my life seen Joe Lacob once publicly say a single negative thing about Kerr. It's always been, well, I trust my coaching staff. Well, he's my guy. And that was anything but. And I'm not saying people don't use email anymore. What I'm trying to say is, I don't know if email is what it used to be, where people were just sending a million back and forth personal messages on it. It maybe 20 years ago, 10 years ago, that was a thing when everyone was in the office. And I'm sure, and again, a lot of people still are, but I also think people are a lot more astute nowadays in understanding what a digital footprint is, and that an email is far easier to get out there publicly than, say, a text message or something like a voicemail, something far more private. An instant messenger, yes, as someone wrote in the chat. That's all I was trying to say. Who cares? It's not a big deal. But bigger picture, yeah, the owner of the Warriors is officially publicly expressing gripes. And did I go ahead and text like 20 different people asking for their thoughts on it? 20 people that I consider insiders, 20 people whose opinions on the NBA, because they've been involved in it most of their lives, I value tremendously. Yeah, you sure as shit know I did that to find out what the vibe is in terms of an email like that. And the consensus that I got back from people, insiders and otherwise, and just friends who love to follow this team like I do, whose opinions I respect, is that this was largely about Kaminga. And it begs the bigger question of, what is Kaminga's future? Right? Because I think that the prevalent assumption here is that he's going to get traded the moment January 15th rolls around and he becomes eligible to be traded. But is that a safe assumption? Like, is that an assumption that we're really sure of? I think we know what Steve Kerr wants, but we also have known for years how Joe Lacob feels about this kid, right? They could have traded him for OG Anunoby a couple years ago. Now, the Raptors at that time were greedy about it. They wanted 2 first-round picks at least, and that's from what I can recollect, attached to that, and that's what made the Warriors balk at that idea. If it was just Kaminga for Anunoby straight up, and OG Anunoby would probably be a Warrior today. But the Raptors back then, when Masai was running things, he had a Danny Ainge type mindset in terms of just being greedy about assets to get back for any deal. So that trade fell through. The Warriors could have gotten Alex Caruso a couple years ago for Jonathan Kaminga, and Joe Lacob immediately said, no, I'm not swapping this kid out for a role player, a damn good role player, but still a role player. So what makes you think they're going to trade him now? Dilated Entertainment in our chat saying, I'd be surprised to get an email response from Joe. I would too. And then Kev F saying, and this doesn't really matter, but saying that Nick Friedel, one of the Warriors beat reporters, saying on the radio that Kaminga won't be moved on January 15th because trades are hard. He doesn't know shit. But thank you for that. I appreciate it. But Friedel has no clue what's going on January 15th. No one does, except for Lacob and Dunleavy, and I think that's it. And whoever they may be speaking to in terms of other teams. Now, what drew even more frustration from a lot of people when it comes to Steve Kerr and the way he's been managing this team is this soundbite I'm going to play for you. Steve Kerr has a weekly program, a weekly show that's sponsored on the Warriors flagship radio station 95.7 The Game. And he comes on with the afternoon drive time host typically, and they're just lobbing softballs. And I believe the host of that show was on Twitter or social media somewhere today saying, like, literally crying about the disrespect Steve Kerr is getting. That's an embodiment of the media sycophant nature towards Steve Kerr. This guy was crying, saying, I can't believe all the disrespect I'm reading on this platform. Dude, Steve Kerr is just a human being. In what world is a head coach of a team making nearly $20 million a year supposed to be getting subservient treatment? Like, what world are we living in here, man? Speaking of out of touch, like, talk about a great way to describe the vast majority of this media scene who covers the Golden State Warriors. Are you out of your mind? Like, the disrespect, like, you guys should be treating him like he's a saint. Get the hell out of here, dude. Yeah, that's literally what one of the hosts was saying on social media today. So, anyways, Kerr does this weekly thing, and it's disappointing there were no follow-up questions to this, but at least the question was asked, and we heard even more of how Steve Kerr's mind operates. The question was, why is Will Richard getting DNPs? Like, what is going on there? Fine, you don't like Kaminga, he doesn't fit. We get that clearly. And there's something to talk about there in just a second as well. But why Will Richard? Hey, 1 minute this guy's starting for you, and then the very next minute he's getting DNPs. So that he was asked about that. And let's hear what Steve Kerr had to say, because it was revealing, it was interesting, and it was like everything Steve Kerr says, disappointing. Here is Warriors head coach Steve Kerr. Hold on. Explaining why Will Richard gets DNPs.
Well, you just can't play more than 10 or 11, and we're getting healthy, not completely healthy, but we're almost there. And so it's been tough not playing him, because I'm a huge fan and I believe.
Shit, sorry about that. Hold on a second. I pressed the wrong thing there. I wanted to just stop it and comment real fast, because who's not healthy? Like, what make that make sense? What health issues are the Warriors dealing with right now? Steph came back game or two ago. So can Steph and Will Richard not play together? Is that what he's saying? Is Al Horford's sciatica affecting Will Richard's minutes? Make that make sense. Let's hear from Kerr again. Whoops, hold
on. We're getting healthy, not completely healthy, but we're almost there. And so it's been tough not playing him, because I'm a huge fan and a believer, and he offers us stability and decision making, good shooting. So he's just got to stay with it. Right now, he's sitting because he's a rookie. And I'm honoring what the older guys have done over the years. I think that's good for chemistry. I think.
Hold on a second there. And this is the part that I think is making people outraged. So Buddy Hield, because of his years in Sacramento and Philly, has magically earned minutes? And since when is Brandon Pajemski an old guy? He's third on the team in minutes. I don't think it's asking for much, expecting just simple, basic sensible, rational answers from this man instead of this bullshit.
Over the years, I think that's good for chemistry. I think this is kind of how it goes. You have to, guys have to earn their stripes, and you give everybody a fair look, and then you continue on through the season. So he could very easily find himself back in the rotation. He's obviously a good enough player, but there are times where you just, you can only play 10 or 11, 3 or 4 guys are out of the loop. Right now it's Jonathan, it's Will. Gary Payton's barely played the last couple games. So we could have this conversation every week. It would just be 3 or 4 different guys that we're talking about.
My mouse just died.
You just can't play more than 10 or 11.
That, so I'm not using my touchpad, which
we're getting healthy, not.
All right, so that's going to be a little complicated for the rest of the show, but forgive me for that. Anyways, that's Steve Kerr's insane logic. So in case you folks forgot, the beginning of last season, Kerr was comfortable with a 13-man rotation. Now he's saying he can't play more than 10 or 11. There is nothing consistent with this man. There is nothing that makes sense with this man. It's just all about his whims. It's just all about like what he feels like doing. It's a gross, egregious abuse of power.
Now, if you've been with us, you've seen the bus.
The whim of a madman.
That's all this is. It's just his whims. And adding to that, and I think there are signs of the walls cracking a little bit, right? Around the Steve Kerr fortress. Because one thing that Steve Kerr also said is the starting lineup that we saw last game is the starting lineup we should expect for the immediate future. Now, he did say that about Kaminga at the start of the season, in case you folks forgot that Kaminga was entrenched as the starter, and it took all of 5-6 games for Kerr to change his mind. Well, the starting 5 that we saw against Minnesota, Steph, Moody, Jimmy, Dre, Quentin Post, we're allegedly expecting it for the foreseeable future. And here's my personal reaction to that, just my opinion. I love it if the starters mean something. And what I'm trying to say is Kerr, who he starts, very often is not who he closes games with. And it's not who he's giving the minutes to. I don't know how many games Will Richards started this year where you look at the box score and he started the game. Kerr will typically, not always, but typically will roll back out the same starting 5 to start the third quarter. But it doesn't represent who he trusts or who he's going to play the most, because Will Richard, in a lot of those starts, you look at the box score and it's like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes on a good night. The only people consistently getting minutes, regardless of the starting lineup, is Steph. Okay, makes sense. Jimmy. Okay, makes sense. Pajemski. Okay, wait, no, that does not make sense. Draymond is 4th. Okay, makes sense. And then it's just whoever he feels like after that. Which is typically Buddy Hield. Maybe DeAnthony Melton. Not Seth Curry. And GP2 some nights has that trust. Makes no sense. Yes, Tracy. Again, I'm using my touch screen, so forgive me. It's my touchpad for everything. Get Tracy in our chat. Golden Dazer. Thank you. Writing gaslighting. That's literally what it is. So when that starting 5 actually represents anything of meaning, I will take it seriously. And the one last thing I want to bring up about Steve Kerr, and here, I'll put the link if anybody wants to join the show. Otherwise, this will be rather short and sweet. I mean, we did do a 2-parter. Thank you again to Donald Hatesman for joining the program. He was unbelievable. And I apologize again for moving slow digitally. This touch screen, I gotta go right after the show ends. I'm going to the store and buying new batteries. I screwed that up. That's on me. My mouse right now is dead, and I rely on that thing for this whole program. So, anyways, but there is one more thing that has to be touched on. Steve Kerr did not stop there. One last thing. The Warriors had practice today, and which is somewhat unusual because the team doesn't usually practice on travel days. Yet that is what today was. Team practices at Chase Center at their practice facilities. And then Steve Kerr talked to the media briefly before they headed to the plane for their game tomorrow in Phoenix. And what Steve Kerr said, I'll even say it, I'll even read it verbatim. And again, apologies for being slow. I'm not a touchpad guy. I know some people are very comfortable with that. I need a mouse. All right. So Steve Kerr said following practice today to select media members who were there. I saw two people write this quote. So I think he said this to two people, Monty Poole and Sam Gordon of the San Francisco Chronicle. Maybe there were other people, but that's the only two people that I saw actually write this quote on their socials. Steve Kerr said, quote, following today's practice, that Jonathan Kaminga, take out the quote for 1 second, that Jonathan Kaminga, who had been DNP'd the last 3 games, has, quote, been working really hard, and I'm going to reward that. I mean, he needs to be back out there, unquote. I'll say that one more time. Jonathan Kaminga has, quote, been working really hard, and I'm going to reward that. I mean, he needs to be back out there, unquote. And a line like that begs a shitload of questions, chief among them. Are you saying he hasn't been working really hard? which would be an absurd claim if true. And 2, if he needs to be back out there, what has taken it so long? What has taken you so long? And that makes me believe that Joe Lacob and Steve Kerr had a conversation. That would be my guess. We got 3 people joining the show tonight. Vontae, Derek, and Devil in Limbo. Vontae, you're first up. Welcome to the show. How are you doing?
Good. How you doing?
All right, man. Well, I think you're a first timer. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. I just
Where
be
you joining
watching
us
you
from?
though. I be watching you though.
I appreciate you. Where are you joining us from?
I'm from Mississippi, Coldwater, Mississippi, but I just moved to South Carolina.
So why are the Warriors? Are you from the Bay, or is it just a Steph Curry thing? Like, why do you love the Warriors so much?
I love the Warriors, but it's just like I ain't gonna just say it's still because I'm a JK fan.
I love it. What's on your mind, brother?
Okay, boom. This is my question to you. I wanna give you my breakdown of how. No, I want to give you my breakdown of how like I feel like the team should go, and then I want you to tell me basically like lineups. You see what I'm saying? So me personally, like I say, with how he starting the game with Curry, Moody, Jimmy, Draymond, and QP, that's cool. But like you was saying about the swap outs, you see what I'm saying? Like who you gonna get a time to? Cause me personally, if you gonna play all your best players first and all them the older core, you gonna have to. How you gonna get them time to chill? You see what I'm saying? How you gonna get them time to rest? So me personally, I feel like you should have your best second players to swap them out. And with JK playing how he playing, and you got the best person in his position, as in Jimmy, why you can't teach Jimmy, tell Jimmy to teach JK how to come in after him? You see what I'm saying?
I 100% see what you're saying. How many times this year have we seen Steve Kerr roll out a starting 5, and you see it for the first 5-6 minutes of the first quarter, you see it for the first 5-6 minutes of the third quarter, and then you see like 2 or 3 of those players never again?
Man, we just seen it the other night.
Just the other night, dude. That's why I have zero. I don't take a damn thing from who he announces as his starters. That is not the continuity that's the issue. It's who are your biggest minute getters, man.
Exactly.
It ain't complicated.
Because me personally, I feel like you giving all these minutes to BP. Like, I like BP. He a young guy. I'm a young guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm rocking with the young guys. But in certain positions, bro, JK is better in a lot of ways. JK is better than BP.
Easily.
You see what I'm saying?
I would love to know, outside of maybe setting screens for Stephen Curry, I would love just one thing he's better than.
What? You talking about what, BP?
Yeah, compared to Kaminga, yes.
Yeah, I feel like I can understand the BP minutes, not so much like 30-something minutes, but because he a ball handler and he good with the ball. Only besides him and Kerr and just now D'Anthony, we ain't have too many of them. You see what I'm saying? So the BP being able to carry the ball, that's kind of a good thing, but he ain't gonna be no big player beside Curry. And with D'Anthony, he kind of ain't the best player to put on the court when Curry off the court.
I'm with you, man.
Real talk, but
zero pushback. How is life in South Carolina? It is one of the most underrated places in the country and maybe world, brother. It is a beautiful place.
But I just moved here a week ago, literally.
From where?
Mississippi.
You're moving on up.
Yeah, but I got to get into it. I ain't been out here but a week, but I'm gonna get into it.
So Mississippi, I feel like there's like different worlds in Mississippi. Like Jackson's one of the few places that I did not really explore. I was in that town. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave. And then I explored Biloxi a little bit. Mississippi has some flavor to it. It also has some sketchiness to it. Well, what made you leave Mississippi and go to South Carolina?
Man, me personally, I got into some trouble, and I feel like moving was better. But in my eye, bro, I'm from North Mississippi. Like, I'm up on the South Haven, like 662 area. See,
yeah.
Jackson 601. The Biloxi, that's 228. See, that's down south. So you got to come up north when we talking about Tupelo. We talking about Tunica, South Haven, Greenwood, Batesville. You see what I'm saying?
I do. So,
yeah, you got to come to the 662 area. See, in Mississippi, it kind of 3 different levels. Because when you in Jackson, you in the middle, that's 601. They rocking how they rocking. You see what I'm saying?
I do. And then Memphis is like, technically that's like kind of Mississippi too, right? Is that where you were from?
Memphis is Tennessee, but when you in North Mississippi, like the 662 area, that's our city. We call this the city. Cause that's like the biggest closest city to it. We'll go to Memphis before we go to Jackson when you in 662 area.
I feel you on that. I 100% feel you on that. Where in South Carolina are you?
I'm in Charlotte.
Beautiful. Dude, you're in a good spot, man. Enjoy.
I mean, North Carolina. We've been saying South Carolina side. It's North Carolina.
Oh, okay. Well, that's like Stephen Curry's hood, dude.
Yeah. I'm in Charlotte. Yeah.
I love it, man. Well, dude, thanks for joining me. Come back soon. Any final thoughts? Anything else you want to get off your chest?
Man, I really hope they don't trade JK, me being honest, because if you looking at what they gonna trade for, we already got them and it's guards. If they put JK in a position, get them right, I feel like we got a good team. Like I heard Muncie early on the interview, he was like, no coach that ever coached could make this a playoff team. Like, man, this is a great team. They just got to play them right. And my last thought is JK and Jimmy Butler is not power forward. They are small forwards.
Vontae, let me know what you think about this. Because to me, I agree with you. I think this Warriors team could actually make noise if you just play the best players, dude.
Yes,
and besides the big three, right? We all know Steph, Dre, and Jimmy are going to get their minutes. Kaminga's got to get minutes. Will Richards got to get minutes. Seth, like, dude, like how many games has Seth Curry been on this team? We still have not seen Steph and Seth on the floor together.
Exactly. And truth be told, now you know I'm a Steph fan, but they say Steph got better shoot, like he better shoot percentage, and like I ain't gonna say he better in defense, but that'll get a defense a run for the money. When you got to hold 2 different Stephs and then you got a backcourt with Draymond and QP, that'll be hard.
And that's where Donald Hadesman, a.k.a. Awful Coaching, I agreed with him wholeheartedly, man. So much of NBA defense comes down to how you played collectively as a team. And for whatever deficiency Seth Curry might bring on the floor, he makes up for it with super high basketball IQ. You're not going to get the type of mistakes you maybe get from Pajemski and these other guys. Why have we not seen Steph and Seth on the court together yet? That makes no damn sense, dude. God damn it, man. That would be so feel good. But again, maybe simplify it more.
But I'm gonna say this side, I don't want to see Steph on the court with Steph, and he got Brandon and D'Anthony and QP beside. You see what I'm saying?
But this is what I was going to finish up with, Dante. Let me know what you think. To simplify things, instead of blaming you all the players I think should play, here is who should not play. Here's who should be at the end of the bench. Pajemski, right? Buddy Hield, Al Horford, and Pat Spencer's on a two-way deal, and so he can't play that much anyways. Keep those guys at the end of the bench, and I think you're going to be okay.
Yep. Hey, and I'm gonna say something too. I remember the other day when I agreed something with you the other day. Like I said, I've been watching you. You was like, for some reason, Steve Kerr think Jimmy Butler, Guy Santo, and JK play the same position. They don't, because if you put Guy and JK together, that might be a hard combo.
Dude. And if Kaminga's going to play again, I guess that just means Guy Santos is banished. It really sucks, dude.
And it's crazy because they got minutes to spare.
It is crazy. It's lunacy is what it is, dude. It's batshit crazy. Dante, come back soon, man. You were fantastic.
Yes, sir. See you later.
Enjoy Charlotte, dude. Dante was on fire right there, man. Derek joining us from Vegas. It must be cold in Vegas if you're dressed like that. How you doing?
Cyrus, let me talk to you. Today, we got a revelation because you had awful coaching live on Golden Days, and we always thought that Steve Kerr was an X and O person. He's just not a rotational person. He doesn't know what size is and all this. But now we're coming to the conclusion that he doesn't know about rotations and he doesn't know about X's and O's. And also, Cy, I'm coming to the conclusion that maybe Steve Kerr really doesn't care about winning at this point.
Dude, I've been getting that vibe since the offseason, man. It's a sad vibe that I'm feeling from this guy. He just he's not acting like a serious coach. He's not taking any of this seriously. Like all these crazy things, he responds with a smile and he's like all laissez-faire about it. Like, yeah, people email, like people talk shit in emails. Could you imagine if like that South Park episode where Troll Finder was just released and everyone saw everything? Oh my God. Like, give me a break, man. Like the owner just called you out. Like everyone's calling you out. But again, he also lives in a bubble, dude. Like the guy is sheltered from, I'm guessing, all the negative shit in the world. He's in a palace, dude. He's living.
He's living, but we're suffering because of him living. And you said it yourself that Steve Kerr, you just said it like 5 minutes ago, that Steve Kerr is going to play Jonathan Kaminga because he's working really hard. Do you see the connection between Joe Lacob answering that email and now all of a sudden he's going to play?
Yeah, a day later. But it also like makes it look. I was like, my mindset was, until that Joe Lacob email, my mindset was at a place where I thought Kaminga was done. I thought he was going to get traded. But like now I don't know, man, because if you really were going to trade him, you're not playing him again. Like you're leaving him DNP'd at the end of the bench, unless you're trying to bring up his value, and that's a whole other, Jesus Christ. So you're going to try and bring up his value, and then what if he gets hurt? I mean, then what, dude? Now you're just effed in every form. No trade value, no contribution this year. Like, dude, this is a mess. How are you doing though, man? More importantly, how are you? You good?
I'm doing good, but right. I would be doing better if this team would be doing better, Si. I'm just as obsessed as you. You can ask my wife.
Hey, yeah.
She's right there.
Yeah.
Am I obsessed with the Golden State Warriors?
Yes. Danny cries when they're losing.
What? Say again?
He cries when they're losing.
He's not the only one, and that means he's vulnerable. He's got a heart.
Yes, he does.
You have a good woman there, man. Like us men, we got to be allowed to enjoy our passions and our hobbies besides family and home, right? So respect.
Right. So this is kind of important to me. You know what I mean? I don't want to put myself out there too much, but it sucks because I know that we have a good team. If I knew that we sucked, right, and we just didn't have the players, and we were like really losing these games, then I would be okay with it. But it frustrates me when I see where we're winning at.
Yeah.
And what we do and the players that we have on the court when we are winning. And then Steve Kerr just constantly goes away from it.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you don't see this by now. And for Joe Lacob to answer one email, it wasn't just one email. Joe Lacob has been getting thousands of emails. Think about it. If he answered back, he's been receiving thousands of emails complaining about Steve Kerr.
That email itself is very auspicious. Like, I'm curious to know, how did they get Joe Lacob's email? Like, did they guess? Right? Like you can always guess, right? Because I didn't know what his VR firm was, or a venture capital firm, VC was, until just then, until that email got publicized. So was he just typing like Joe Lacob at KFBC, whatever that thing is, like Joe.Lacob, Joe at Lacob at, like, was he just trying everything and he struck? Like, or was that a season ticket holder? Like, I also don't know, like, do season ticket holders, are they given access to Joe Lacob? That's what I was guessing at first, was that was a season ticket holder, but maybe that's like a company man. Maybe that's someone he works with. But then why would they out the email too, right? Crazy. I want to know who Justin is. Justin, bravo. Whoever you are, bravo.
I mean, the fan base is getting fed up. I mean, a couple years ago, it was just kind of like just us that was complaining about Steve Kerr. But now it's just so much more people that see the truth, that see that the small ball's not working, see the favoritism. Why are you playing Buddy Hield? You can play Bojimski, that's fine. I really don't see no correlation of you playing Buddy Hield and how that correlates to winning. I just don't get it. You have the best 3-point shooter on the bench. You're sitting down your bigger players. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
It makes no sense. Yeah. I look, at least other people are coming around, right? We've only been saying this stuff for 3+ years. At least other people are coming around finally. Right. Jared, brother, it sounds like you got a good woman there, man. Are you guys married? Is it just living together? What's the story there from what you can share?
Oh, no, we've been together for a while. We're married.
Well, congrats. You got kids?
Yeah, oh, no kids. No kids. Yeah.
Well, I hope I helped you out a little bit there in that, giving you some space with the Warriors fandom. Because, dude, that's a whole other issue, man. I'm guessing there's a lot of audience members. This audience is predominantly men. I think we're 80% men, if not a little more than that. And something tells me a lot of you out there who are in relationships, this is a part of your life. It's a complication, right? Like a Warriors game takes 2.5 to 3 hours to watch. If you're going to watch this program, that's another hour. Shit's getting you riled up and emotional. They don't get it half the time. They're like, it's just basketball. Why do you give a shit so much? They don't get it, right? But this is your passion. This is what you're into. So, anyways, it sounds like she respects that, and that's huge.
Well,
because
we separated a couple times over this.
What's up?
We separated a couple times over this. You just said it because all that time, and then I watched you afterwards, and then she's like, "Oh hell no!"
Dude, that is comedy. This story is being played out everywhere, man. Gentlemen, if you're in that situation, you're not alone. I promise. It is not easy to be a serious fan of a team, unless like your partner is also a serious fan. But that's so rare, dude. Like the common theme, I think, is the partner is looking at you going, why do you care about this the way you do? And you're going, why do you care that I care this much? Let me have my space, woman. Anyways, but yeah, I feel you on that. It's
Cyrus, those nights that you go 3 hours, you putting me on the chopping block.
I'm sorry, dude. Okay, I'll cut it to 2. I'll try to keep it at 2 from now on. Tell your woman she's a good sport and she's lucky, and so are you, man. I that was fun. That really was. Any final thoughts?
Nah, that's it.
Promote your channel real quick again. You got a bodybuilding channel. It's on fire. How can people find it?
Yeah, so the channel is called Relentless Attitude, guys. A good amount of you guys did subscribe over to the channel last time I was on here, so I appreciate that. If we can get a little bit more, please, Relentless Attitude. That's my channel. If you want to get big, I'm going to help you out to get big, get swole, and then you can, just maybe intimidate Steve Kerr to play bigger lineups. I don't know, maybe.
Just play the best players. It ain't complicated, man. This bullshit of like, well, the veterans. Jesus Christ, dude. He just admitted he plays favorites, but while also not making sense because Bojimski's not an old guy. So why is he the exception? Like, what is going on, man? Why is Buddy Hield getting grace for what he did in Sacramento? It's crazy, dude.
Also, like, if you are going to play this small ball, it really doesn't work without Jonathan Kaminga. because you need an athletic wing, and that's why teams that are not good three-point shooter teams, they have record nights against us. So
I love the ladies, by the way, in the chat stepping up. I respect you. I'm just going off what the YouTube data tells me, and it says like 80-20 is the split. But look, there's the 20%. I mean, dude, we're getting like 5, 6, 7,000 a night. So thank you. I mean, that's 1,000 each. So thank you. I'm not saying women don't listen to the show. And thank you. That's all I can say. I value your support, and I'm forever grateful. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate everybody, man. As long as you don't have evil in your heart, I appreciate you. Derek, how's Vegas before I bring on? Oh, Devil in Limbo just bounced. I was going to bring him on. So I guess you're it. How's Vegas before we go?
Oh, it's a little cold side today, so that's why I'm rocking the hoodie.
But the NBA Cup was just there. And side note, man, the Knicks, Mike Brown's Knicks won the NBA Cup. The Knicks themselves are reportedly not going to celebrate it with a banner and all that like the Lakers did. That's interesting in and of itself. But Vegas, I hear, is kind of like, this is it for the NBA Cup. Is it a dying scene like people say?
Well, I think they messed up last year when they had the Rockets. The refs cheated the Warriors last year out of the NBA Cup. If you remember that last play, which that to me didn't make sense marketing wise, because you could have sold so many tickets having Steph Curry here, and also it was a cheaper ticket too. So that was your only time to see Steph Curry for a discount in a championship game. I think them doing that hurt the product. And so now this year, people just didn't care because you ruined it from last year, and it carried over. So I think that they're losing money because of it.
Yeah. I feel like the whole economy's effed up right now, man. If you're surviving out there, more power to you. Just hang in there, because purse strings are completely just tight right now.
Right.
like that, meaning like the money ain't flowing all over the place. At least I'm not feeling it. But are you doing okay? You and the family?
Yeah, we're doing fine. We're doing fine. But just grinding it out and praying to God every single day.
That's all you can do.
Blessing.
That's all you can do, man. Derek, I appreciate you. Tell your partner thank you for letting you spend some time with us. Yeah, and one good news before I let you go, because I was talking about the NBA Cup and the NBA as a whole. Adam Silver reportedly has come out and said expansion news will be announced in 2026, which is weeks away. So I don't know when in 2026, but Seattle and Vegas are allegedly the teams that will get expansion if that happens. That's great news, man. You're about to get an NBA team. Are you excited?
Yeah. Well, is LeBron going to be the owner? I know that.
I don't know. I have no clue about that. I don't know.
Yeah, and we're getting a dope baseball stadium too, and a baseball team.
Oh, the A's.
Right.
That's right. When is that happening?
It's already in development. As far as I believe it.
Building it. All right. So that's
and I saw. Did you see the layout? It's super dope.
Look at Sugar Sweets in her chat saying the economy's so bad that if I wasn't 55, I'd be selling some booty. I hear you. And props to you for having a booty that's worth something. That in and of itself is impressive. Derek, thank you, brother. See you soon.
See you soon.
All right, man. Thanks, brother. And Devil in Limbo will wrap up the show tonight. Apologies for we just lost him. Apologies again. I'm using my touchpad. I lost my mouse. So for a lot of chats that are just brilliant, I'm not highlighting them because I'm operating a lot slower than usual. That's it. We'll be back tomorrow night. Warriors and Suns. Sincerest thanks to awful coaching. Devil in Limbo, let's try this one more time. You keep dropping. Are you there?
Here I am.
You made it. How are you doing? What's on your mind?
I'm good. But first of all, before anything, bro, are you able to hear me okay?
Loud and clear.
Loud and clear? Okay, great. Because, I don't want the viewers and also the listeners to hear buzziness or...
I'd say something. I would say something. Don't worry. What's on your mind, man?
Okay, perfect. All right. So just so you know, and everybody in the chat, I think this is the third time I've been on your show, or fourth. I don't know. I haven't been keeping count, but I have been noticing that I go off the dome way too much. But I'm going off the dome. That I don't have like the things that I want to say. I don't have them like lined up the way I want to. But I'm doing that again today. But anyways, I just want to say also that
Yeah.
The last guy that was the last guest is super dope. Like he's super cool, man. I'm definitely going to follow his channel.
We'll bring him back on. I just got a text from him. He
No,
said
not Donald, not Donald.
Derek.
The Derek, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
he's super
Derek,
cool. I'm definitely gonna follow his channel because I'm trying to. I haven't lifted weights in years because I do a lot of yoga and calisthenics, but it's because of my shoulder injury. But yeah, I'm now I feel like I'm gonna get there. But anyway, just wanted to say that I do want to talk about a few things for sure. I want to elucidate. And I want people in the chat and listeners to, perk up their ears a little bit with what I'm about to say, given everything.
Yeah, continue on. Yeah.
Yeah, given everything that we know now, I'm not going to reiterate and, go back to, oh yeah, blah, blah. Let's just, there's like three things that I want to say. I'm going to start off with the first one. I want to talk about the team. I want to talk about everything that's unfolded.
Can we abbreviate this, Devil? Only because I'm near the end. Can we just stick to one point? I got to tap out.
Sure.
I need food. We're back live tomorrow. We've been going nearly 2 hours. It's a me thing. It's not a you thing.
Oh yeah, no worries. I also know I can't really stay for very long either. So I just wanted to. That's what I'm saying. I'm going off the dome, so I'm going to be saying it really, really quick. Okay. You know what I mean? First thing. I want to bring up this name. The name is Sam Altman.
The Chat GPT guy?
Yes, sir. Where is SF located, motherfuckers? Where the fuck are we? Why is Steve Kerr trying to run the fucking team like it's a fucking startup? Why is he trying to run it?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Why is he trying to run it like it's a tech startup? Why? Why is he saying, let's talk about meritocracy? I'm a socialist, whatever. He was joking. I get it. But I understand where that comes from. I used to be in the tech industry. I used to work in the tech industry.
So, Devil, are you saying the tech industry does not have a traditional hierarchy? Like to them, it's everyone gets a fair share.
F no. Tech industry is all about who the F has money.
That's what I
thought. That's it.
Yeah, that's what
it's the bottom line, baby. Talent is like literally the least of things. The most skillful people, the coders, developers, they all get bought out. How much you want? Okay, that's it. They get equity if they're lucky. Okay, if they're lucky.
What he's trying to say about Kerr in that regard, like what's
he has been. It seems like he associates way too much with the tech industry crowd, with the Silicon Valley. Silicon Valley is a decaying infrastructure of the last 20 years. Okay, Facebook fucked it all up. All right.
Did you?
Peter Thiel went in.
Devil, are you aware that Sam Altman and Steve Kerr were like a week or two ago?
Why the fuck do you think I'm mentioning this? Why the fuck do you think I'm bringing it up? All right, that's why.
Together. Yes, yeah.
Yes, he's colluding with all these guys, and look. Here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say this. Like, I believe Steve Kerr is a very smart guy. He's very intelligent because he was able to sort of like fuck around with the subject a little bit because he is a bona fide leftist. I am not going to lie. He's a bona fide leftist. I would not be surprised if he's actually read Marx's Capital 1 and 2. Like, I would not be surprised. At the same time, he does have some ideas of how to run a ship. And if his ideas of how to run a ship is to run it like a tech startup where, I'm going to limit my communication with this fucking arrogant motherfucker who's 23 years old. He thinks he's got it together. No, I'm going to excommunicate him the way that we have to do it in tech when I want a developer or whatever to deliver this to me, when I want the marketing team to do this to me. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to do a Machiavellian style. It's not working. We've been saying this. I am only elucidating the fact that he's bringing the tech industry into it because SF is based in the capital of the tech industry of the world. But that's why I'm bringing it up. I'm bringing this up, and And why does Joe Lacob do what I think Joe Lacob just did the most masterful marketing move in all of NBA. It was so beautiful. It was so genius because he is a boss. Okay. He is the guy who gives these dumb mother effers in the tech industry and startups. He is the guy who's funding their stupid little projects. Okay. At Y Combinator, at you name it. He's met the Drapers. I'm sure he probably thinks that Tim Draper is a great guy, and behind his back, he's like, "What an effing moron! I would never want to do business with that guy."
You go ahead, yeah.
No. I'm talking. This is tech, bro. I'm not talking sports here. I'm talking tech and sports, which as the way I see it, this is worlds collide, baby. I'm pretty sure someone like Armando is like understanding everything I'm trying to lay down. Because it's a penetrating force into the basketball culture.
You too. I get it. I follow. I know. So
yeah.
Are you anti-Marxist? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not anti-Marxist. I'm saying that Kerr is acting like a little bitch because he's trying to play like I'm a mastermind, so I can give people like a chance if I want to. I can give them an opportunity if I want to, but because I am, influenced by the tech industry or whatever, and my friends or people like Sam Altman, and I go to their parties, I have a sip of tea with them. They invite me over to watch a movie in their gigantic theater in their mansion, and we talk about basketball. They don't know what the hell they're saying. But if I have to run a tight ship where I have young players or whatever, I'm gonna little bro them. I'm gonna little bro them the way that people in the tech industry little bros the interns, little bros the marketing team, little bros the developers that are like third tier. I am seeing this for myself, and it's like, oh, here we go. Joe Lacob comes in. Joe Lacob is like, yo, all right. I am the boss here, okay? You are not going to do this fucking startup tech. This is sports ball, baby. This is sports ball. If I wanted an opinion about how to run a tight ship or whatever, I would hire you as my executive assistant, but you are my basketball coach. That is what I pay you to do. You are not here to try and bring in ideas from, if I'm trying to be like a basketball coach or whatever, it's not going to work. It doesn't work that way. Not in basketball. Basketball is not ran like that. Basketball is beyond in the tech industry the tech industry is being ran by a bunch of Elon bros. Okay? Do you want someone like Elon Musk to run a basketball team? He's just going to be like, oh, no, actually, the best way to run a basketball team is just to run it with AI. So can you imagine how much Sam Altman has probably whispered in Kerr's ear? No. People like your players like Jonathan Kaminga, you just need to leverage AI to figure out whether or not he's actually going to hit it big in the next 5 years. Let's just run AI, data through him to see if he's actually going to be a big time player. I mean, come on, bro. Let's ask ChatGPT if Jonathan Kaminga is going to be traded to, the Pacers for Obi Toppin, which, by the way, I was in the chat. I was yelling about it. You motherfuckers the other day were talking trades. I'm like, dude, Obi Toppin. What are we talking about here? It's either Obi Toppin or Brooks. Those are the two guys that I see in this team that can get us a chip. Okay, because Obi Toppin has now finals experience. He's 27. He's 6'9". He can play all the forwards, and he can even play, and he can definitely play a 5 and small ball lineups for sure. Why do I mention Brooks? Because we need someone like Brooks. We need Dre and Brooks to if you want a good defense on your team and somebody that can actually be a 3-and-D, get Brooks on your team. We should have made that trade. If you wanted to trade Kaminga for the Suns, we should have taken in Brooks. If Brooks would have been on this team, we honestly probably only would would be a third or fourth seed. To be honest, we probably would not have lost that many games. A lot of NBA fans don't like Brooks or whatever. He's whatever. No, this guy is fucking dope. He plays his fucking ass off. He's very passionate about the game. He actually shows up. His 3-point percentage has been going up.
I'm hungry, Devil. I love you. Thank you.